Aloha and welcome back. And in the last series, I was um, reflecting upon um, this journey of discovering the complex paradox within um, our hearts, especially my heart, from when I became a dad, and ended that series on the idea that we all need help. As dads, we need help. We cannot knock down Goliath without God's help. Um, and life is full of Goliaths, especially pointing towards dads. And I tell you the truth, and I'll expand on this on my last recording series, that the greatest challenge that the world faces today is dads who rather not face Goliath because they don't see victory just by the look of who Goliath is. And of course, we know from the story of the children of Israel that um, there was this long period of intimidation going on from the king to his incredible military force that was with him. And nobody could stand up against Goliath. Um, and when David came, you know, if David had been like a trained soldier, it would have explained uh, the the background of his courage. It would have somehow balanced the equation of being this experienced fighter that is provoked by another fighter that is, trying to um, compete against his people. But we know that David had no back. In fact, that was the main point of Saul. Said, "Son, you are going up against an experienced fighter. This guy's been fighting all his life, and you have no idea what a battle is. So, you know what? I'm going to help you put on the same armor I have had on and could not face Goliath. I'm going to transfer that to you so you can have, you can realize that just as myself, you cannot face this guy." And I think there's such a beautiful metaphor with Saul's armor given to David. And as I'm reflecting over that today, even right now, I had not prepared this one, but this is something that is really new to me right now. And it's helpful to see that Saul's armor in our society today can represent people experiences that have a record of their own longevity as who they are, but in the same light, that track record is also a testimonial of failure, because they don't have Goliath on the floor, and yet they're transferring on you their armor, their wisdom, their advice, thinking that if you really want to take down this guy, if you think you can take down this guy that has intimidated us, that has been a problem to our society, here is how you ought to do it. That's actually crazy. Because if you knew how to take down Goliath, what have you been doing all this while, King Saul? If you knew the best approach to taking down the problem that is facing our society with regards to dads and becoming dads, if you had that revelation, what have you been doing to now, right? I think as human beings, we are just sometimes, we are really funny. I think God must have some times of humor to himself, thinking like, after Psalms 2 said it, that God shakes his head and said, oh my goodness, another Tower of Babel again, here we go. Just think to himself, we have a problem in our society, it's facing dads. I think we have the solution. If every dad can do this and that and that and that, we're going to solve that problem. But the question remains, if that was the solution, why is Goliath still standing? Why is he still intimidating? Why are the military of Israel not charging towards the direction of Goliath? Why are we not focusing and going after him and the armies of the enemy's camp? Why are we hiding? And there is this illusion that we can somehow accept to make us feel better by saying that, well, we're not actually hiding because we're speaking about it. That is really, it's really, really funny. We're doing something about this because we're really speaking out. We're speaking out as men. Men needs to meet together. Men needs other men. Men needs men. That man and men. And as I travel around the world in different places, I have sat down with different men's group and become part of several men's group. And I can see the incredible power of those grouping and the gatherings. I found it incredible, enriching, empowering. But you know what is also real in this men's gathering that I have been part of around the world? I found it also, in many occasions, very empty because of the methodology that we adopt, thinking to ourselves, this revelation or methodology is going to lead us to achieve results, as though it's a business company. Human being can never be treated as business. If we could be treated as business to attain the best results, God would be by far the worst businessman. Think about it. Why would he think to himself to make me a dad? With all that I've shared, my rumbling, it's like, I don't know what to do. Why would you make me a dad when I have no clue what I'm supposed to do when I become a dad? Now think about it in terms of business. We cannot be programmed as business or organizational principles to achieve better results as a dad. Because we have a primary difference. We're a living being. We have spirit and soul. And above all, we are made in the image of the Creator himself. That means we need help. So I guess the point of my talking right now is, how do we get help? I think every dad need to first of all recognize, I need help. You need help. You cannot be the best dad that you want to be, or whatever dad you want to be, super dad, whatever dad, you cannot be. You need help. Please do not allow our culture to transfer the armor of King Saul over you, the armor of our social status quo over you, to accept it and say, if you try this and that, you're going to become a better dad. How is that working out for our culture? Right? Our culture try to do that through movies. How is that working out for our movie stars? Now, this is not like a case against our movie stars, but a reflection on the worldview that we see it. When we watch it, we say, okay, if I apply these principles from that movie, then I'm going to get this result. By no means. Then those are pointing signs that say it is possible to be the best dad that God has made us to be. Within that possibility, we have to go back to the roots. The root is we don't know how to become the best dads. 2, we need help. Lord, help. And we have to say that to our children. We have to say that to our wives. We have to say that to our society. We need help. Every dad that has ever lived needs help. 3rd, we need to say it as it is before Jesus. We don't need to lecture Jesus about how we could be better if we had AYZ. No, let's just stop it. Lord, I am so frustrated with what to do with myself in regards to XYZ. What do I do, Lord? Please help. That's better. Yeah, that's just better, far more better than saying, Lord, how I wish I didn't have to struggle with this. Well, that's not going to change anything. How I wish I knew everything about becoming a dad. How I wish I grew up and then I knew exactly what to do. And sometimes we could almost lean on what our own dads have accomplished by saying, I grew up from a very, Christian home, godly home, and my father was the best. That is both truth and illusion. Truth is that what you are stating are facts. So that's true. The illusion is because of that, you're going to be XYZ. You see, that's the problem. So the problem becomes now, I'm not going to try to live the life God called me to live, but I'm trying to live the life in the shoe of my family or my cultural expectation. Such opinion become devastating. And so in my next video, what I want to touch on is receiving help and giving help. Shalom.